Hmm.
All right, picture at a glance family. OPPE.
Okay, let's see here. Woo, I tell you, this here might be a little different. No, this got to be another one. Okay. Something right here.
Something right here. Something right here.
Uh,
Something right here. Something right here.
Here we go again. What are we doing? Let me get back in here. Let me get back in here and see what's going on. Hey, side hacking. This is, Huck Churchman. Welcome to the live chat. Are you familiar with the picture at a glance strategy? Let me see what I got going on here. I got another. There's something I'm doing. Okay, let me see what we got here. Is this? Let's see. I don't look like I can see what I need to see here. Okay. Welcome to the Pick 3 at a Glance live chat. The camera is. I am trying something different here because I want to focus on just the chat. I don't know. Something I'm just doing here. Are you just. Hey, Manu Meza. Glad to have you with us. Are you familiar with the Pick 3 at a Glance strategy, or are you just here to join the chat and see what's going on? Because right now, this is something different I'm trying to do. I'm not really doing a video with it. I'm just trying to do a chat because of what I'm doing. I'm setting this up where basically I'm teaching in the Pick 3 at a Glance strategy. I got 2,000 videos plus on my channel. And I also, in the descriptions, I have a tutorial that people can go to and view the full video and learn all the four strategy, simple four strategies and what you have to do, and come to the chat where I can teach. I don't want to be trying to demonstrate, do the chat, block out bots and all that stuff. What I want to do is teach people to get into the winner circle, teach them my strategies, how I do it. And if they're viewing, like I say, I have plenty of videos. So when you come to the chat, you bring a piece of pencil and a paper like you would in college or high school, whatever it was. And I can explain it, whatever the questions that you have or anyone has about the Pick 3 at a Glance strategy. To me, that's the best feasible way to really get people into the winner circle in my eyesight. So I know the screen is dark, and that might throw things off a little bit, but I don't know just yet how to do anything different with it. I don't want to turn the screen around and have distractions with other people, with everybody seeing everything. Uh, um, Trying to look for everything in the video. But if you visit my channel and you want to join the chat and looked at some of the videos, then we can go from there. But this is basically going to be a chat on pick three. I can tell you 99.9% of anything you might want to know about winning pick three. I don't do pick fours and pick fives because the odds of winning those are just too great, and there's no system out there that I can see that is get you into the winner circle to me like pick three with only 1,000 numbers. I'm using the law average, and it's worked for me. I put a strategy together that over 30 years I've accumulated a lot of knowledge on how to use my strategy, and it's been very beneficial to me. And the 1,000 numbers are random, like I always say. There's no rhyme or reason behind how the numbers are going to come, but they will work with the law average. And the way you can see that is that you're tracking the actual 1,000 numbers. Hey, BLZ, how you doing? Congratulations. Congratulations. Oh, it's coming together, huh? The law average is beginning to fall for you, I see. That's a great thing. Glad to hear it. So keep on keeping on. I mean, like I say, we can track them all, but you don't want to play them all, and take your time. It's only June now, so things should start lining up pretty good. Yeah. But, yeah, glad you got them again. But I'm trying to do something different here because I have enough videos. I didn't put enough wood in the fire for people, enough wood in for get the fire. So what I'm doing here is just basically chatting with everybody that might have studied the videos and want to come to the chat, and we all just focus on the pick three at a glance strategy. Let them pick my mind a little bit and things like that. Trying to fight the bots and do the strategy. My eyes aren't as good as they used to be right now. So I think this is just a better way to do it. Just focus on chatting. And then when I put together want to do a live for more detailed teaching, I will, but I'll post that ahead of time. But I only see the significance of chatting and people asking questions using the pick three at a glance strategy or anything basically about pick three that they might want to know. So that's why I'm doing something different. Like I said, the pick three at a glance strategy came about by me thinking outside the box. So I'm thinking outside the box because I see everybody trying to write and explain and trying to fight the bots and fight everything and comment at the same time. So this is what I'm doing here. But if you don't know, like I always say, I took 22 numbers, did the 111 rundown on 22 numbers, which I call base numbers, and those 22 numbers with the 111 rundown gave me all 1,000 numbers and their possible combinations. And that was strategy number one. And then after strategy number one, I came up with strategy number two. I put together a triangle where I could track all the single pairs. 2,710 pairs can be made out of 1,000 numbers. So that's why I only do pick three. So if you can imagine to take that many pairs, how many it take for pick fours and pick fives? So I just specialize with pick three. And then I put together a strategy for tracking the individual numbers and what positions they fell in, which is strategy number three. And strategy number four, I put together tracking front pairs and back pairs of the pick three numbers. And all those simple strategies are powerful strategies that'll help you be a bigger and better winner. Yeah. All right, 400, good for you. Right, yeah, good. That's how you do it. You're saying, okay, 400 came in, and what he did was run the line on both pairs, on the 400, the 40 and the 00 back, and he won. So that's one of the strategies that I is in the videos, and I have a tutorial link in the description that runs you through all of the strategies, and then we're going to come to the chat and discuss the pick three at a glance or pick three in general. And that's kind of much what I have set up. So if you hear, I'm going to be sitting here waiting for it too. If there's no questions at this time, waiting for YouTube to find an audience. And if you're viewing, because when I do the chat, when I do the videos, it'd be something like 300, maybe 400 views, and not many people. But if it's that many views, people be watching, and maybe they can't figure out. I know some people can't get on here unless they have a channel of their own. They have to have a channel to make comments. So I don't know what those people are that they try to get on and they can't get on, but they can't comment, but they can watch. And then maybe during the chat, they'll be interested enough to figure out how to get on so they can make comments. And if they play pick three, to learn how to use the pick three at a glance strategy. So that's basically what I'm doing. I'm going to be just hanging out, hanging out to YouTube decides to find me an audience that wants to join the chat, like that. Yeah. But if you're going to be a bigger and better winner in my book, and for me, it worked for me, you have to know what the 1,000 numbers are doing. You have to know the front pair, back pair, single digits. And I kind of focus on nobody's strategy but mine. I don't really worry about what other channels with pick three are doing, because like I always say, the proof is in the pudding. I have proof on the channel of me winning and things like that. And so for Illinois evening draw, I'm state specific for Illinois evening draw because I use one state as a template to show people that I win in that state and how I win in that state. And I don't give out a bunch of numbers, and I don't tell people a lot of numbers I'm playing. I try to guide them along with the numbers I'm playing and how I win in Illinois. And they can use the same principles that I'm using to win. But like I say, OPPB, you got to be organized, be patient, be persistent, stick with a budget. You have 1,000 numbers. You got 365 days in a year. Out of those numbers, you still got 635 of those numbers. You have no idea what's going on with them for the whole year if you're not tracking the actual 1,000 numbers. So if you're not tracking the actual 1,000 numbers. So that's what pick three at a glance is. It's imperative that you know what's going on with the numbers. I used to play any kind of numbers. I used to, play dog birthdays, cats birthdays, addresses, rainy day numbers, certain day numbers. But all that did was get me deeper and deeper in the hole. Because at the end of it, I didn't know why I was playing the number in the first place. So I had to put together a strategy that allowed me to know why I was playing any number that I play. I don't even play my birthday and all the different birthdays like I used to do, and just hold on to them. And then after I started tracking the actual 1,000 numbers and going back, found out that any pick three number could take 15 years and never show up or more. As long as I went back 15. So more I don't know, but I know for sure 15 they can go back. Or you can put a number could show 3, 4 times in 1 year. You get on that number and it might not show up again for 5 years. You know what I'm saying? It might not show up again. You can get on the that number hot. Oh yeah, I'm gonna play that number. It never no show up for 5 more years. So I right then and there I realized something was wrong with the strategy that I was using. I said, and I seen a little sentence that in a book, a guy was talking about the law average, and he said, no matter what system the lottery use, it has to use the law. The numbers have to work with the law average by rotating. And what he meant by rotating in the law average, where the numbers had to change places. You know, like 1, 2, 3 would have to show up one time as 1, 3, 2, or 2, 1, 3, or 2, 3, 1, or 3, 1, 2, or 3, 2, 1. Those the possible numbers are the 1,000 numbers. Those numbers would rotate. So I said, okay, if they rotating like that, the thing for me to do is to know how they're rotating and what they're doing and what position those 3 numbers would always be in for me to be a bigger and better winner. So I put together, like I said, the 22 numbers with the 1-1 rundown that gave me all 1,000 numbers on a sheet of paper that I could look at a glance and know what was going on with those 1,000 numbers. And after I did that, that let me know about tracking 1,000 numbers. And then I had to know about the pairs, to know what single pairs are played and not played, working with the law average. Then I had to know about what position the numbers had fallen in, working with the law average again, and the front pair and the back pair, and it all came together. So it's imperative that you know what's going on with those numbers. And then, you're playing every day, and then as soon as you get off a number, here it comes in, because you didn't know why you was playing it or what the numbers was doing. And that's basically how this strategy came about. I really wanted to do a book, but I never got around to the book because I was working. Then when I retired, I was thinking about doing a book. And then some say, you got this YouTube channel. I was pretty much into Facebook a little bit. And then I got off Facebook because they was cloning channels, and I don't like that. I mean, cloning your Facebook page, and I didn't like that at all. And then sending invites to people, so I didn't think that was a good thing. Then I came over to YouTube, and I said, well, YouTube, you can upload videos and stuff like that. Let me see if I can do something on YouTube. So I went to some people that already had Pick 3 channels and asked them did they, want to do what I had to offer. And I guess they were so into their own thing, they said they wasn't interested. So I said, okay, looks like it's on me, buddy. So yeah, I started the Pick 3 at a glance strategy. I got the idea for the Pick 3 at a glance because I have all the numbers so organized that for a month or for the whole year, you know what every number is doing just by looking at a glance and not guessing what the numbers are doing. So I came up with Pick 3 at a glance, and that's how that was developed. And it works if you work it. You do have to go back, like this is January. Now with the sheets, if you put the sheets together, and you can hand write the sheets, that's how I started. Wasn't no computers and all that stuff when I started. I handwritten it on paper and put the sheets together. You gotta go back pretty much to January, and working with the law average, you want to eliminate all the numbers that fail off of all the columns on number 1. Eliminate all the numbers off of all the columns that have fallen. Then going into July and the rest of the year, you got an idea what numbers are left, and you'll know what the numbers are doing and how they're hitting off the columns. Now you also, you're going to need one sheet that's going to be an annual sheet that you'll be marking for the year. And then one sheet you'll be marking for each month. You'll be having a sheet for July, August, September, October, November, and December. So individually, you'll know what's going on with the numbers for each month. And then that's pretty much everything else downhill, because you'll be basically doing month to month until the end of the year, and you already have your annual sheet. Now, what I realized too, once I start tracking the actual 1,000 numbers, it take almost 3 years for those 1,000 numbers to rotate out using the law average. 3 years. So what I did was start transferring the numbers that didn't hit over to the following year. Because when I was tracking for all these years, I realized that's what the lottery was doing. Most of the numbers that hadn't hit the previous year, they was bringing the next year. Like in 2025, the numbers that didn't fall in 2025 would hit in 2026. And the numbers that hit in 2026 would hit 2027, and so on and so forth. And that's how you play the game. That's how I played the game, and still play the game today. I don't do the tic-tac-toe, the date sums, the grids, the flips, the mirrors, and all that, because I don't have to, because I'm looking at the actual 1,000 numbers to see what they're doing. So that's pretty much how it works. So I'm going to be sitting here waiting till YouTube to find an audience, so y'all can wait with me and listen to a little music if you want. If you don't have any comments to add to the live, but that's what I'm doing. Hey Teresa, how are you? You say, hey Teresa, how are you? You say Cali need 5 9 pair, Michigan need 11 pair. Okay. Uh, I'm doing fantastically well. Fantastically well. You know, one day at a time. That's how I take it. I'm let's see here. Hey BLZ, do you know Pick and Play? Are you familiar with Pick and Play? To be on there sometime with me? Yeah, yeah, me too. She's a legend on Lottery Post. Oh, okay, okay. I'm not familiar with Lottery Post that much. I don't know. What, do you have to pay to be in a group or something in Lottery Post or something? Let's see. She's a heavy hitter, but what BLC is that her YouTube channel? The Miss Duffel Bag Lady. She got a YouTube channel. LP name on the forums. On I don't know what LP name on the forums. You kind of got me there. LP name on the forums. Lottery posts. Okay. And you said that 1-4. Yeah. Hey, like I say, we got. I've been sticking with it, hitting and missing it a little bit, but that ain't made my major number. When I I might pick them up again, but mine is going to be that 1-4 pair. Mine is going to be the 055 to 500. I'm sticking with those, and that 55 front. I mean that 50 front and 50 back, uh, and pretty much that 05 a little bit. Wow, that 7-8 pair ain't failed since January. Wow, I ain't seen that before. That's about 6 months, ain't it? 5 months. Like I say, anything can happen with the numbers, but it's good to know that. That's a good play. I would definitely be rolling with that. That would definitely be rolling with that one. If pretty much if I can afford it. Like I say, play responsibly. Yeah, yeah. That 1-4 is. I know a pair can take 4 months. Hopefully that 1-4 doesn't. Um, but it can. That's why like I say, I put it in my bucket list, and then when I win, I know where I'm going. I'm guided. And 9 out of 10, more likely I'll catch it when it does fall. Oh, did you just made the cutoff, huh? So you play online, don't you, BLZ? Yeah, yeah, man. Yeah, that long out, man. Either that, something going on fishy for me, with me anyway. That far out, I ain't played since January. You said that 7-8 pair equals dollars. Yes, for sure. Whew, all states. Wow. Okay. Well, you pay all states. When I grow up, BLZ, I want to be like you, man. You play all states. I'm grow up, I'm gonna be like you. Well, y'all think about just doing this chat and don't have no pictures or anything up there. It's just so hard to try to do everything to me. Especially messing with. Well, I don't even mess with the bots. I don't let them bother me. But But it's just well, it's an experiment, but it might be a good one. Might be a good one. And has that 778 and that 887 shown, BLC? And how about the mirror of them, the 3 2? What is it? The 3 and the 2 pair. Have those pairs showed? If not, you definitely would be on those. If they've been 3 or 4 months out. 678 and 678 is a good number, and 789 if that 7 and 8 ain't been out. From what I be usually what I look at on something like that. The 678 and the 789 for sure. But I would probably what I would put a little extra money on those numbers there for sure. Mm. How you doing, DoorDash? DoorDash? Oh, okay. I thought something was going on. Oh, okay. Is an area you trying to get out of, huh? Okay. That was being something that I was interested in. Maybe if my eyes hadn't went bad, because I know a lot of retirees and friends of mine. They do DoorDash and Uber and stuff like that. It seemed like something interesting to do. Yeah, that's what I understand. They say it's a cool side hustle. Only thing I was thinking, I was looking at the mailmen. I think some on YouTube where they be running away from dogs and all kind of stuff, hopping fences. You ain't had that problem, had you, BLZ? I mean, they be moving, man. I see this guy jump the fence, boy. This dog was after him. I'm like, oh, I might have to think about that DoorDash thing. I say, oh, I ain't running fast enough to get away from no animals. I might have to just do Uber or something. Dogs love you. Okay. Well, I believe they love me when they can talk and tell me. Cause I used to hang cable, and it was this guy had this big old Great Dane. I think it was. The dog was almost come up to my waist. I could almost ride the daggone dog, and it was in his backyard. And I was hanging cable. I say, hey, sir, could you put your dog up so I can run the cable from the post to the house and go through your backyard? He told me, he say, I don't put my dog up for nobody. I'm like, what, sir? You don't put your dog up for nobody? He say, no. I say, well, he say, all I need to do is go out there with you one time, and you can run in and out that backyard as often as you want, and he won't bother you. I say, well, sir, I appreciate that, but I'm gonna tell you this right now: if you got him that well trained, and if he don't tell me he ain't gonna bite me, you ain't getting no cable today. I did. I say, if he that well trained, if you got him trained enough to speak some English to say he ain't gonna bite me, I'm out of here. Dog big as me, big as a lion. He talking about going in this backyard. Not Teddy, not me, not T. Morgan. Yeah, I told him, man, I say, man, that dog, you got him that well trained unless he's speaking English and say he ain't gonna bite me. Yeah. Man. I love animals too. I, my grandkids, they got two pit bulls, but they my animals. I ain't taking my chances on other folks' animals because I don't know what the. You see, what was that on the news the other day? This guy they had two pit bulls, and they start fighting each other, and the son and the father tried to separate them, and they attacked the father and killed him. That's what I mean, man. 4 years, you don't know what's going on in these dog or these pet dogs' head, you know? Yeah, attacked his father and killed him. So I don't play that game. I can't read dog minds. So I kind of, but I let my grandkids them handle them pit bulls. I treat them every night. I treat them when I go in and out the house and teach them how to sit and stuff like that. But I don't be around them that well. Cause I had a dog. He was quiet. He didn't bark at nothing, but my dog would tear you up. He would tear you up. He didn't bark or nothing, but he was mean as a road lizard. So did you all get the notification, or y'all just seen that I was on here? BLC and Teresa. I don't know how many people on here. Like I said, it'd be a lot of views, but you have a small participation. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. Because when I first started doing lives, it would really have like 1,000, 2,000 views, and people were coming on. But now it seems like it's hardly nothing, and I'm kind of noticing that on everybody's channels now for some reason. Something's going on. I just can't figure it out just yet. Oh, you got a notification. Good, you got it. Okay, okay. Huh. Because you up to 4,000 subscribers, pretty much I am, and seem like you would have a more when I do the big three, you'd have more um, alerts or notifications. So something just ain't clicking right to me, especially percentage wise. And I see that also on other people's channels. The percentage of their subscribers to when they go live is really low. It ain't just it's something just ain't adding up. But I have to figure it out in time, I guess, if it's meant to be figured out. Yeah. And I know people be working and things like that. And probably, take time to come back and look at the videos like that. And they used to have, I believe so, when they changed it, it seemed like it messed it up. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I think they did too. It's but yeah, I think they did too. Because, like I said, before they changed the algorithm, everybody seemed to be pretty happy. But now people are still pretty much complaining about the algorithm and different stuff you have to do. But I know, in anything you have to make adjustments, and they have to try to stay in business. Because if they ain't in business, you ain't in business. That's the main thing on YouTube. So um, I guess you just have to come up with different strategies. That's why I say I'm kind of doing this here to see what's going on a little bit. And believe it or not, I got more views with the screen being blank than I did when I be doing all the work. That's all I can say. That's what happened. I was like, okay, I got 300, 400 views, and with a blank screen and just the chat. So I don't know. I don't know. Yep, got more views. I'm like, okay. Maybe people like blank screens. Maybe they think I can't see them, but they can't see me. I don't know. Things are funny, but they'll work themselves out of time. Like they say, persistence is the key. I never thought I'd be this far, but never be this far. But it worked. It worked out. We just don't know what life has to offer. Take it one day at a time. No face. No face, no case. I got you. Yeah. Yeah. That Teresa, I think you know that 339 and that 399 pair is left. The only double I think is left, and that 39 only fell once on the back last year, I believe. We gotta double check it, but that's another one that is on my bucket list just in case you want to know. Yep, 339 and 939 is what is in my bucket list, and I don't think I'm doing much more than that, other than that 14 pair. But I'll post it. The 9-7 back pair, it played. I'm not playing that one. I'm not playing it. You might see something though, like I said. Because I think if I remember, it came 797 when I was looking at it, but it came and I didn't have it as my bucket list. But that 39 and that 339 and the 939 is what I'm looking at. Yeah. Okay. Right. Yeah, that 398 played since January. Okay. That's good. But I'm happy with the results so far for this 6 months. But I already knew it was going to be a little difficult because last year they hit all the pairs and all the opposites real good. Real good they did last year in Illinois evening draw. Like I say, I track evenings. But and they played that 055 and that 500 pretty much on time to me too. So what other one was it? And the 011 and the 100 and that 399 and that 339 is the only one that I was looking at to come that's left. And then they went up and got that 50 and then that 17 on the front. That's pretty much what I'm looking at, playing with. Yeah. The 35 pair, 120 days. Yeah. You say Illinois midday needs 35 pair last play in February, 128. Okay. And that's usually when I look at them if I was playing midday. Okay. Okay. End of the month. Yeah. But that's good to know. But usually when I play a pair, I know what number I'm going to play with it and then how the front and back play, but I look at that or willing it down. But that's about when it's hot enough to be looking at the play. But I don't play midday per se. Unless I'm playing the same number midday and evening. Oh, 36. Well, 60 days ain't bad, you know. But I got my eye on it for 60 days. Thanks. So, yeah, for 60 days, I have my eye on it. I'm usually, when they get closer to 90 days. Then when they 90 days, then I'm tracking it up to the 120 days out. Yeah. Is that you talking about for Illinois BLC? That 135 combination ain't played, that number ain't played combination at all for midday? Or is yeah, they are playing with the triples. They really are. But like you know how I play the triples. I just wait pretty much to the end of the year. Only thing, like I say, I'm looking at the triple threes and the triple eights. Pretty much if I'm playing triples, and I ain't putting a lot on them. Every now and then I'll play them $1 straight for a couple of days, or 50 cents straight for a couple of days. But that's the only triples I'm looking at. Uh, Pretty much the eights and the threes, because they mirror each other. They not mirror, but opposite each other. Oh, midday. Wow, that's interesting. A BLC that 135. I seem like that would be a good number to put. $1 box or whatever you own if you're just thinking about a little money for it. But that's interesting. Thanks for letting them know that. The 3-5 pair ain't failed neither, and the 1-3-5. Wow, 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 wow. Well, I add that to my. Well, I really don't want to do midday. I want to, but when I hit, I'll add that one too, or maybe. But I try to stay away from that midday, because then it's hard to let it go once you start playing it. That was the problem. You start playing, you know, drop off, here it comes. I try to stay away from midday. Yeah, those triples. Yeah, because they played a lot of them last year. Like I said, the 5, 6, 7, and 9. Well, 5, 6, 7, and 9. Yeah, and then they played quite a bit of them too on midday triples. And then they might offset that now by this year. You know what I'm saying? Throw only one for the whole year. They do that too. But we'll see. Because like I said, the only thing, only front, uh, I believe is the 5-5 on the front and the 4-4 on the back. A double that's left. You know, you don't have a 5-5 front or a 5-5 back or 0-0 front or 0-0 back. All of them that played, from what I've checked, is the 5-5 and the 4-4 front and the 4-4 back. So I won't be, you know, if a triple come, I ain't gonna be mad at it because I ain't gonna put a lot of money on them just yet. But like I say, there's only two I'm playing or looking at right now. It's the triple eights and triple threes. Yep. Yep. You say, now I see why you say don't drop the numbers after the pairs come, because it took them another 4 weeks to play that 7-7-8 combo that was missing. Yep. Yep. It's all learning process, the conditions. Yep, it is learning the conditions. They were helpful. Yep, it's the conditions. And it's not the patterns in my book, you know. Everybody using different strategies, but the patterns, what am I learning with patterns when I go back and the patterns change up and try to match the patterns with numbers that they failed 4 or 5 days before? By that time, the patterns didn't change to me. Yeah, that's what I'd be looking at. But I just like seeing what they're doing. I just like knowing what the numbers are doing. And like I say, no rhyme or reason to how they're going to drop. Just like that 6-7-8 that failed twice evenings back to back. And then, like I said, it'll show back up that next month. And I think it did show back up as 8-7-6. And that's why when I see a number fall like that twice in the same month, I'll play it and it's opposite. And it's opposite fail. So yeah, it's conditions that you get, that you look for. Man, this weather here is wild. It was 9 o'clock and last night. It was 80 degrees. I'm like, what is going on? It's 80, 75 and something at night. I'm like, I think that's why we got that tornado in St. Louis. I was looking for a tornado, never before, because it was 30 degrees difference in the daggone weather. It'd be 80 during the day and then 50 at night. I'm like, this ain't nothing but tornado weather. That hot and cold gotta match up. Like now, it's 80 and 80, 90 degrees and 80 and 90 all night. You usually get a break at night. Woo, my goodness. That's too much playing, 111 degrees. Now it's, oh my goodness. That's too much playing. Well, I think too, one, we're getting closer to the sun. We gravitating closer to the sun. They saying it's a global warming and all the stuff we're doing, but also I think the sun is drawing us closer to it. I think it's been doing it ever since the beginning of time. I think at one time the Earth was just a big old ball of ice. That's just my theory. I mean, everybody believe in, some people believe in creation and evolution, And they taught us both, well, taught us evolution in school. They didn't teach us nothing about creation, religion in school when I was going to school. But I believe I believe the Earth was a big old ball of ice, and as it gravitated more and more to the sun, is how we became. But I still consider, however it came, it was a source of God or whoever we want to call them. I definitely believe in God. Now I ain't trying to eliminate that it's a being that made all this happen. But to me, uh, I think that it started from the Earth being a block of ice, and then as the ice, and then it came ice and water, and then the water and everything that was in the water came on the land. Hey, Seashell, how you doing? Hi, Renee, how are you? Glad to have you all with us. Did y'all just notice I was on? I got a notification that I was on, or had time to join us? Which one was it? But yeah. Oh, notification. Okay. Good. Glad you got it. Um, okay. Glad you got the notification. I don't know if you want to go back and see and look at some of the comments or anything. If you got any questions or anything, it wasn't nothing that I was going to be showing. I could say it's a blank screen. This is something different I'm doing. A blank screen, kind of just teaching and waiting on anybody that has questions about anything that they don't understand with the Pick Three at a Glance strategy. Like that way I can focus on helping them uh, get into the winner circle better. And I think that just notification. Okay, thank you, Seashell. Uh, I think we're losing gravity. I've been noticing that for a year or two, well, at least 2 or 3 years now, because man, it used to be a time I drop something on my feet and I'd bend over and pick it up. And now I drop something, that thing will roll a half a mile before I can find it. I mean, like, I know I heard it just drop down here by me. I go and look up under the bed, it's under the bed. And I got carpet. I be like, okay, there's some weird stuff going on. So I figure we could do some gravity too. That's why this weather's all whack. The earth is changing. I guess what YouTube is doing is seeing how long you stay on these lives to see before they send notifications out. I don't know. I really don't know what they're doing. Instead of just sending them all out at one time, I guess they have to make sure they got room for everybody that can come on or something. That's the only thing I can figure. But like I said, I'm doing a blank screen, uh, uh, the block out, the camera kind of, so we don't see. I don't have to worry about trying to do the camera right now, and um, I guess they say, well, you can show your face, but I you got to make sure you're made up and you look presentable and all that good stuff. So I just do the blank screen and do the chat, and that's what I want to do is basically build a chat that everybody that needs help can come to. And then when I do a live, I will post when I'm gonna do a live and do a live teaching the class, I guess. Other than people going to look at the videos just alone and by themselves if they don't understand the videos, but the videos I hope it's pretty self-explanatory to a degree, and whatever they don't understand, I can easily explain it or have them come to the chat like that. Anybody? Well, I know BLC said he's winning. Anybody winning with pick three or one lately? Okay. Is this thing screen froze up on me? Come on, thing. Oh, okay. Good, good. Good, Teresa. Glad to hear it. Now, one thing I might want to know, had you seen anything like my strategy before anywhere, Teresa, or had you been playing a while on YouTube? I mean, on looking a while on YouTube for pick three strategies. I'm the first. Well, thank you. I was hoping that, really, because I didn't want to. I didn't want the intertwine mine with anybody else's. I was hoping that mine was a port from everybody's. Because it's been a lot of people that had a lot of pick three channels that's come and gone. It's, uh, one lady I liked that I would when I first tried to. Now two I started was Queen Shingaling, and I was watching her and Miss Florida Hot Picks. I watched her and Magnolia Money. Matter of fact, I tried to get Magnolia Money to take the channel, not take the channel, but start the channel, and offered it to her. But she's real good. Magnolia Money been around a long, long time, a long, long time. And she's pretty good. Are you familiar with Magnolia Money? Oh, okay, yeah. You say also helps better to get info for my state, right? You said okay, and we also yeah the 400, yep. Oh, now what I just do here? Oh, the 559 do. Well, three times is a good time. That's about what you're gonna get, pretty much. If it only failed three times, on average, I look about three times on a number. Really, when it start hitting, if it hadn't hit in a while, that's what I was looking for. The zero that hadn't hit last month when I hit the 500. Yep, because that double zeros hadn't hit last month. Hey, Hushna, how you doing? Happy Friday to you also. Was checking to see a few people having luck. Not luck. I don't like to say well, having or winning, because I believe if we tracking the numbers, it's not really luck is knowing what you're playing. So, well, I mean, you can say it's luck because the odds are so great, but I really try not to look at it as luck if you're tracking and know why you're playing and know not to burn your money up trying to hit something that you have no idea why you playing the numbers. So I try to stay away from that word because I'm not depending on luck. I'm depending on what I know and why I'm playing my numbers. Okay, looks like Oklahoma got them mirroring pairs coming 3-3. Done failed three times back pair in the last couple of weeks. Okay, yeah, I noticed that too here a little bit. That the 3-3 and the 8-8, um, the opposites are what have been hitting real good here on evening draw. That's how I hit that 338 because I was playing 800. I mean triple eights and triple threes, and the 338 front. I mean the 3-3 front and the 3-3 back, and the 8-8 front and 8-8 back. Well, the full four pair. See, okay, and see done fill on the back three times this year, as well as 144 came. last night, and it just felt again. Well, like I say, 3 times is normally when I look at that. Maybe that might be the last time it's out. But like I say, there's no rhyme or reason why it might fall. So normally, if I'm playing a number with a full four in it, and that's my number, I'm gonna stick with it if that's my daily play number. But for the full four to fall on the back, I don't look at it like that. I look at if it's my number and I got a reason for the full four to play, I'm gonna stick with that number. Because if let's say I'm playing 044 and I know the 04 on the front ain't fail and the 44 ain't fail on the back, I still would keep playing my 044. And especially if the mirror hasn't failed, like the 599 or the opposite number hasn't failed, then I would definitely keep playing it. Let's see. Okay, if the month just started, when do you determine that a column is hot? Okay, if the month just started, well, if you tracking from month to month and the month just start, I'm looking for the month that hasn't hit at all, BLC. Say I'm tracking and that month ain't one of those ain't hit in what 30, 60 to 90 days. So that one that's the farthest out, the 60-day one or the 90-day one would be the high column for me. Then I'm looking on that column to see what number and its opposites haven't failed at all. But if then I'm going to go more in depth to see what numbers, see what front pair or the back pair are the numbers that ain't failed yet. If those are applicable for me to use, if like I said, when them zeros hadn't played for 60 days, I knew to put that zero on that 055 that I hit. See, then I go in more in depth in that column that ain't hit in 60 to 90 days. So that's the hot column for me. Because now you got if you've been tracking from month to month, you should be seeing what column ain't hit in 2 months or 3 months, or possibly even in 1, 2, or 3 months, possibly. Did that make sense to you? Yeah, those pairs are good. Those pairs, they tell you a lot. That strategy number 2. Say, when do you decide a hot column that hits? Okay, I'm trying to see when do you decide a hot column that hits? Like I say, to me, a hot column is one that hasn't really hit. See, it's the cold hot column to me. If a column is hot that hits, unless you're talking about if a number keep coming off that one column, which could happen, then I pay attention to that, but I'm looking for the numbers that haven't hit working with the law average. Pretty much what I'm bouncing everything off is the numbers that's is farther out, not the ones that's hitting recently, because I don't know when they might come back. I know that the numbers that ain't hit yet, I got a better idea of gauging when they would probably hit. But when they didn't hit already, they could hit 3 times in a row, like I say, and not show up for the rest of the year. But if they ain't hit at all, I got a better chance of hitting those. I have a better chance of hitting those if they hadn't hit at all of BLC. Yeah. Did that make sense? You understand what I'm saying? Let's see. Okay. You say, I looked at it that we're almost about to get 38834994. Oh, okay. And that's strategy number 2, the pairs, right? They haven't hit it all. The 38 and the 83 and the 49 and the 94. I switch up. Uh, if you said this be a you said before you switch up once a column starts hitting. Okay, if a double column hits 3 times in a week at the beginning of the month. Let me turn back to see what I'm trying to remember what I was referring to on that. If a double column hits 3 times in a week at the beginning of the month. If it hits 3 times. Well, I don't know if what I was saying about I'd switch up on the column there on a double, because doubles are more difficult to hit than singles. So I don't know if I'd switch up on a column. Still crying about the 338 and 838, 883 and 338, and they haven't failed this year. Oh man, okay, and that's off of column 5, right? Wow. Um, yeah, like I say, it depends on, like if I'm carrying a number and the 338 like that, and I've carried every year and it's my everyday number. If I'm playing numbers anyway, and I'm budgeted, neither has the 500. Uh, so if it's my number anyway, if I carry for a year and it don't show up, depending on what numbers I might pick up that might be better from tracking, I let it go. But at least I know if I'm gonna make that 338 and that 883 my number and then my bucket list, I'm always gonna pick that back up before I pick up anything else because I know how long it's been out there for me to play. Okay, because the double can take any of those doubles can take any of the numbers can take 2 3 years to fall. But if I say, okay, I've been into it a year, I still got my eye on it, and then like say, well, if you drop off of it and it come, I kind of had attitude. They're gonna be the first one I missed, and they're gonna be the last one I missed if I stay playing the game. But thing is, if I'm off of it, I'm probably if it's a year, I'm probably drop off of it. Me, unless I have a reason to stay with it. Because the 500 in Illinois didn't play at all in 2024, or is opposite the 055. But I had other reasons why I was carrying those, was going to make that my daily carry. because I knew the 50 didn't fall on the front and the 50 didn't fall on the back. That was a plus. And then when it got into 2025, I think that the 50 pair hadn't failed. Let's see. Okay. 05 failed April 17th. Okay. Okay, yeah, I would play him like you got him. That's the way I would play him. I'd play uh, if with that number. I'd play the 005 on the front pair, and I'd play the 500 for the five. You know the way you saying you're playing your 500. But like I said, I know that they didn't that 500 and the 055 in my case hadn't played any last year. Because what I'm looking for is numbers that hadn't played the previous year that I bring into the following year. Because the likelihood of it coming in is greater. Yeah, 500 to me looks good. But you say the 0 hasn't fallen in the first position, has fell in the first position 5 times this month. So some numbers leading with a 5 should be coming soon. Say 500 is a great bet. Okay. So has 5 fallen already in the front place? Or it hasn't? This month. Question, has 5 fallen in the front this month at all? Let me see here. Oh, 4 times. Okay. So if it fell 4 times, it could possibly show with the 500. But 4 times, that's about its average to me. 3 times, yeah, 4 to 3 times is about the average on a number to hit in a month. It could be more, but 3 to 4 times, like I say, is the average to me on numbers and how they hit. What I'm looking for in strategy 3 is what numbers ain't hit at all in those positions, not how many times they hit and how to use it. Per se, you know that 0 didn't hit at all. You playing 500 and you realize that 0 didn't hit at all for the month in the front position, then I would definitely play that 500 as 050. Or the 5 hadn't fell and hit at all You already playing it as 500, but let's say that the 5 don't hit in the back for the whole month. Then I definitely play that 500 also is 005, along with the way I'm playing it 500 also straight box. But I'm looking for in strategy 3 the numbers that haven't failed at all to go along with my number that I'm already playing. For instance, if I'm playing 1, 2, 3 and realize that for the whole month, that next month, the 3 did not fall in the number 1 position, I'm definitely going to play that 1, 2, 3 as 3, 1, 2 and 3, 2, 1. If it's my daily carry number, and I already know I'm carrying 1, 2, 3 as my daily carry number. See what I'm saying? I'm looking for the numbers that ain't hit in what position? In the front, in the middle, and on the end to accommodate the number that I'm playing. So I got a better chance of hitting it straight, knowing that that number did not fall on the front or in the middle or on the end. Okay. Yeah, I would box 500 combo it. Let's see. Yeah. And that's what I did with the 500 and 055 too. Here's a tricky situation. Pair of zeros fell in April, double zeros April. Black pair 50 fell October 2024. And back pair 05 fell in March. They're all cold. Let's see, here's a tricky situation. And you're sitting there all cold. The back pair 500, 50. I don't know if I'm getting what we're saying here. Let's see. Hudson, I don't know if I'm understanding what you're saying about this tricky situation. The zero fell in April. Back pair 00 fell in April. Oh, the back pair fell. It did fall in April. Back pair 50 fell October 24th. Back pair 05 fell in March. They're all cold. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. The 500. Okay. me think. Okay, the 500, like that 500, and with the front pair and back pair, if you're gonna make that your daily carry number, I just stay with it. Um, yeah, I'd stay with it if you know that if it came out already. Like I said, you're gonna have to decide how long you want to carry it, or if you're not gonna carry it and put it in your bucket list, pick it back up when you hit on something else on that 500 and that 338 and 883. Because doubles are take a longer time to hit. They really do. Doubles take a longer time. Because like column 5 didn't hit in Illinois in 2024. Am I right? Yeah, 2024. It hit, what was it that came, if I remember correctly. I can't remember. It was, it was 616, I believe. Yeah, yeah, 616. The first day of the year, I think it was that 616 came. And no number fell off that column 5 for almost 6 months. No number. So doubles could take a long time. So okay, 5-5 front pair fell May the 9th, and 5-5 back pair fell June. Yeah. Okay. We only have in Illinois all the front and back pairs and fell except for the 5-5 front and the 4-4 back. That to me, like I say, that's why I don't do the triples. Yeah, see, that's what well, that that ain't bad because in Illinois last year the A8 didn't fall at all on the front. Okay, and in 2A8 it only fell once in January and didn't fall for the rest of the year, almost up to November and December for the whole year. But the A8 front or back pair can go into to another year and not hit. It really can. Yep, especially on doubles. But I was looking for the triple H to come, but they didn't. But I kind of knew that the triple H wasn't going to come because the law average had already hit with the triples. They hit 4 of them: the 5s, the 6s, the 7s, and the 9s. This is Sam. What makes sense is understanding back pairs content. By the way, I really want to understand most of the seems weird, like understanding code. Uh, yeah, Oklahoma's. It seems. I don't know. if you got the fireball and the wild ball, it seems like the numbers take longer. Welcome, Sam. I ain't missing you, but it's like understanding code. It might seem that way for a minute, but it is if you're tracking. Once you start tracking, it'll come to you. Um, I guess the triangle could be to me kind of confusing, but once you do the 1-1 rundown on the numbers that come in and learn how to find the columns on what columns they in, it is easy, and especially that tracking the front pair and back pair on the sheets. I mean, it's easy to me, but it even took me a minute to try to figure it all out and put it together. But once you go back for a year, go back if you got the sheets set up, and go back and eliminate the numbers from January to now, you pretty much have everything under your belt. But you ain't got to do that. Don't do the strategy 2 and 3. Just do the strategy number 1 with the singles and the doubles, and strategy 4 tracking the front pair and back pairs. Once you get that, you pretty much have everything under your belt. And then for July, you'll do a sheet, a separate sheet for July, and you would go through the columns and highlight all the numbers that fell already for July on that sheet that you're starting in July. And once you do that, everything else will be smooth sailing. And you got your strategy number 4. You don't have to do anything with it once you catch it up, because that's a yearly sheet tracking the front pair and the back pair. Yeah, yeah, good. Okay, okay, glad. Okay, glad you got it, Sam. Yeah, Oklahoma. I love that front pair, back pair, really, especially while track being able to track the pairs, single pairs too. Um, I do. And Sam, one thing to do is to remember. I don't know how long you've been with me, but if you're doing that 1-1 rundown, all the base numbers got 0 in them. So your winning number that comes in for the day, when you do the 1-1 rundown on them, just focus on the ones with the zeros in them, and though one of those will be the base number. Like for example, the 012, 013, 014. Those are the base numbers up top there. And when you do the 1-1 rundown, uh, the base number will always be in that rundown. Let's say if you do the rundown on 876, that's under column 1, 876. You know that the base number is going to be that 012. It might not be in that format, but it's going to be there. So you go to 012 and you'll find that 876, because the base number will always be in any winning number rundown with the zeros. So you won't have to try to figure out, okay, where's the base number at, because it's going to only be the ones with the zeros in them. I had a subscriber teach me that. 7-7 in Oklahoma hasn't fallen since January. Okay. Yeah, the base number will always be in the rundown, which occurs after you at the result, like you said. Yeah, that's 722. I did that. I had that same thing happen to me in Missouri. I played the 277 and the 722, and that 7-2 front and that 2-7 back hadn't played, and I did catch the 722, and I was looking for that 727, and that thing I don't think it's still played to today, and that's been years ago. So you have to watch what you're doing with them. Yeah, and they kept bringing that 722 on me. Hey, you're so welcome, Sam. Now the only thing to look for, remember, when you winning number that comes in and you do the 1-1 rundown on it, and you don't see the base number in the rundown, is probably the actual base number, like the 012. If that 012 come in and you do the rundown on it, you know it ain't gonna be in that rundown. You just go to the base number and mark it off as coming in, because you know all the base numbers are one, like the 012, the 013, the 014, the 015. Them are all actual base numbers. So if they come in, quite naturally, when you do the 1-1 rundown, you'll know that that's the base number. You would just go and mark the base number off, showing that it came in off the column. I had a subscriber ask me about that too, because she said she couldn't find the winning number that came in. And she shook me for a minute. I said, "Oh no, I hope I ain't got this all screwed up." And she said 012 was the winning number. So I said, "Oh, that's the base number. Just mark it off." And she did. So I had to remember to tell everybody the base number won't be in the rundown if it's the base number that actually comes in. And that'll happen a lot. Base numbers do come in. Neighbor numbers. Neighbor numbers. I ain't no. I haven't heard of no. What's a neighbor number? What's a neighbor? What's a neighbor number? I haven't heard of it. It must be something new. Neighbor numbers. They got all kind of stuff out there. T grid. No, I really don't. Like I said, I really don't. Grids don't do anything but give you numbers that you don't know anything about. I can just write down 10 numbers and play them. It don't. They and they to me just don't do anything. Don't show you nothing. Don't give you no information. You don't know what position the numbers fell in, and then you really seeking numbers to play. And you can find any number if you can flip numbers and stuff like that, and mirror numbers to make up numbers. That's why I don't use the tic-tac-toe, the date sums, the grids, the flips, the mirrors, multiple different rundowns to try to find numbers. Because if you're tracking the actual 1,000 numbers, you're already doing that. You're already doing that in essence. But you're doing a better job because you ain't guessing what the numbers doing. You know what they're doing, Sam. You know what the numbers are actually doing. And the numbers are random. And then those are no rhyme or reason why the numbers are coming out. And then you look for patterns. Patterns change up. Yeah, that one up and one down. That one up and one down system is the only reason I figure they say like you one up or one down or you off a number is because you didn't know why you was playing a number in the first place. You'll know what you're doing if you one up or one down if you're tracking the actual one down 1,000 numbers. Right. Will in a cold pair. Yeah. You will in the whole cold pair. So I wouldn't because yeah, that's what you would do. That one off, and that one up and one down method. Um, it's you're not knowing why you're playing the number. The main thing is knowing why you're playing the number. That's not going to increase your chances of winning to me. Yeah, that one up and one down. But if you don't know, you just don't know until something better comes along. But I mean, I was guilty of all that. Well, I wasn't guilty of the one up and one down. That was kind of more in depth of me, but I was guilty of playing birthdays. And if it rained, I had a number to play. If I stubbed my toe, I had a number to play. If I woke up late, I had a number to play. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I had a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday number. If I did a headstand, I had a number to play. If the moon was full, I had a number to play. If it was a half moon, I had a number to play. If a car hit me, I had a number I play its license plate. I'm serious, y'all. Oh God, it's funny when I think about it. But I had a number. If 1, 2, 3 came, I played 9, 5, 7 because that brings that number. Whew. Out there bad. Out there bad. I was out there bad, y'all. Out there bad. So I figured it out. I guess I figured it out. But they random stuff. But I have fun with it now because I can see what I'm doing. And I ain't mad if my number don't come in because I know why it didn't come in and I know what to do. I just hold off. Yeah, man, I was playing everything under the sun. Yeah, like I say, when I seen that a number can take 15 years to come in, a single pick three number, I really got my head together. hmm Yep. All right, fam. I think I'm gonna call it a day. Any other questions? Anybody? I enjoyed everybody. Thanks for the participation. I hope I covered everybody's questions as good as I could. Oh, this dangle. Yeah. You too. Everybody have a great weekend. All right. Thanks, everybody. Like I always say, play 'em till they come. Make that money, y'all. Peace and love. God bless. And if you're tracking, you'll soon be packing to Lucky Town. And tracking is king.